Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to an exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, featuring your hosts, Locarthemanbeast, and also featuring me, the DjLobsterDust.
The dust of lobsters. He's moved. New scenery. Cheers.
I've been drinking off solo cups and eating off paper plates, and going to mom's whenever I can.
I bet you those solo cups have been there since we did the work.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I found them. Yeah, I rinsed them. But yeah, they've probably been here. Yeah, expiration date says that they went out bad in about 94.
Yeah. But that's all red solo cups, right? Like, they were all just mass produced in the 90s, and then we've just been shuffling the same ones around. There's some guy at
when they recycle them, it's just that they just spray them out and repackage them. This shit'll be good. Toby Keith's listeners don't care.
There's a company that goes around like college towns and just like goes through like garbage bins to collect them all.
Just put air back in them.
Repackaging ping pong balls. Well, man, how was the move?
I'm dying here. I'm never moving again. And it's not because, like, trust me, it's a nice house.
Sure.
It's really nice, like, opening the windows and just hearing, like, the river, like, as you're going to sleep. Like, don't get me wrong, that's nice. I'm not moving because I don't ever want to move again. Fuck that. You forget. You don't realize how much shit you have until it's time to start putting it in boxes. You don't realize how much you don't care about it anymore until it's time to move the boxes. And I think unpacking is the worst part because you just open and you're like, I don't fucking even want that. Like I'm just so over it.
I've
picture I sent you of all the boxes in front of my house. I thought it's my own fault. I clearly didn't label shit because I'm like, oh, how many boxes can I have? It's a small apartment. I clearly didn't label stuff enough. I just at a certain point, the dining room that's right there, I just pushed everything aside and was opening boxes and just dumping them and just spreading real quick. And then nope.
Yeah.
Dude.
So where were the wires?
In a fucking bag. In a bag underneath. I was also looking for like a TV mount, like the thing that attaches to the wall.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't find the one for the bedroom, and I was like, I know there's one bag left in Reading that I still have to go get when I go clean the carpets and stuff and just do like final inspection next Wednesday. But I was like, I know it can't be in there. It can't be in there. Don't tell me it's in there. That'd be so fucking dumb. There's no fucking way. And then like we pulled up to my mom's, and like as I'm looking at the truck, I'm thinking like, could it be in the truck? Like, could I have put it like underneath? And then as soon as I said that, I looked in the back of the Jeep and just like dove and found it. And I was like, oh,
thank God. Thank God.
So fucking dumb though, dude. Like, it's my own fault. Like, I have nobody to get upset at except myself. I know, like, I'm putting stuff in. I'm just like, it'll be okay. I'll find it. Nah.
I've also come to the point where I'm like, if I have to move again, right? Because realistically, it's very, very possible that I'll have to move again. I will not do it myself. I will pay a company to move.
I should have.
So I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with that. Like,
it was an 800 square foot apartment.
It doesn't matter.
It should have been that hard.
It doesn't matter. It's not about because here's the thing: the bigger the size, like unless you have hoarder status problems, right? The bigger the size just means that there's more stuff that spreads out. But if you condense the size, you go from 1,400 to 800 square feet. It just means you have the same amount of shit in a smaller area. So like, you can't look at it and be like, oh, it's a small apartment, so there's not that much shit. No, it just means you've learned to stack shit better. You know what I mean?
Trevor, I still have half of my mom's barn with my shit from when I moved out of the Orangevale house. Like things that I couldn't take, table saws, like tools, things that I have like no business bringing to an apartment that doesn't have a garage. But like, I still have a lot of stuff there too that my mom's like, "When are you gonna come get this shit?"
Yeah.
I was like, easy,
she literally when we were doing the house, she was like, "I can't wait for Brad to move because I'm gonna have him finally get all the shit out of this fucking garage and take it with him." I was like, she's like, "Actually, I'm just gonna put it all at the house for him."
When's the last time she went down to the fucking barn?
Yeah,
it's like there's no horses anymore. There's no anything. It's just that it's there. If I told her I got it all and I didn't,
she would never know. She would never know.
She'd never know.
Never. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh
Pat
my.
might.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you slip him a 20 and just be like, keep your mouth shut.
He can't be bribed with money. He needs peanut brittle. He's like, don't tell your mother. Don't feed him candy. He's like that dog that like sits at the table.
Yeah, just,
don't feed him don't give no human food. And you're like, come on. He's like, yeah, you're the man.
Oh man. So okay, other than just the shitty ass move. Okay, and going back to that though too, moving is the best time to just throw shit away.
I did, but I did that like a little too late.
Yeah.
By the time I started like tossing shit, I was like thinking like, man, I should have tossed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
No, you're fine. It went through like a. So for everybody learning, Brad is out in the boonies on fucking Skype or Starlink. Yeah, Skynet.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Skynet. Yeah.
So this is our test run podcast. This is going back to the original podcast. We need to talk about NFTs. We need to be really awkward with one another.
Yeah. I don't think there's really much of a way around it. I think later in the evening, I think peak hours and stuff like that.
Sure.
Is when like there's like a heavy load and it goes through like the real like volatile things. But from like, I mean, my laptop's been open on the counter in there, and I just like every like 15 minutes I walk by and I just like I hit it and I check, and it's like later at night it seems to stay around like the 250s.
Sure.
But like right around like 4 o'clock, I noticed like it started dropping a little bit. Now it's probably just like starting to like kick back up. So
you've paid for the business package, but does that guarantee?
I did not.
Oh, you did not. No.
So I can change that at any time. The guy, I haven't even told you this. Okay. All right. So my $2,400 dish over there is not up. I got the regular one.
Okay. I'm confused. What happened?
This guy, there was a sign that said Starlink installation, and I just called him and I was like, hey, like I was just like, I wanted to get a quote and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, it's like $250, like $350 if we have to do like a special like under the eaves like arm that goes over. And because like the pipe adapter that came with that, it wasn't fitting on that fucking thing. I knew it was gonna be that. So I started looking, and I was like looking at all the trees. I just had this guy come out. And I was like, I'd rather somebody just do it and do it the right way.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to him on the phone, I was like, okay, so I got like the HP flat, and he goes, oh, you bought the expensive one? I was like, yeah. And he's like, why? I'm like, oh, well, like it says like it sees like 30% more of the sky. He's like, it's bullshit. I was like, what? And he's all, it's bullshit. Like I promise you don't need it. I was like, well, I game a lot, and he's like, you're not going to see a lick of difference. I've been installing these things since they came out. He's like, I do all the different like wireless places. I do this. He's like, I promise you. And I was like, all right, but like I already have it, so
yeah, it's here.
and he's all, I'm telling you, dude, you have 30 days. You bought direct from Starlink. I was like, I did. And he goes, you have 30 days. You can return that. How about this? Go to Home Depot, buy just like the regular Gen 3. I'll come out, I'll install it, and you have 2 weeks from Home Depot. Try it for a week. If you don't like it and you think you can do better with that, I'll come out and I'll replace that one for free, and you can just test it out and you can see. But I promise you, you're wasting your money. Go get the cheaper one.
Okay.
It's exactly the same.
Okay.
And I was like, well, okay, well, I want to use a business plan. He's like, nope, don't do that either. That's dumb. They're just robbing you of your money. I promise you. I've done this for businesses. I've done this for people. I've done it all over the place. And he said, you're going to get anywhere from like 120 to 150 down, all the way up to like sometimes 500. It's usually right there in that like 250 to 3, sometimes 380, but like that's like its consistent range. And like he started talking, I was like, okay, this
guy knows what
he's
he's
talking about. He's like, even your ping's going to be super good. Like you're going to be anywhere from like 10 to like max 50.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
So then what is the business package supposed to have then? Or what are they?
Priority service. So it's that priority service. I think it's supposed to be like you don't see the lags during peak hours.
Gotcha.
It makes other people slow over you. Now, all that being said, the guy comes out and he's an older dude.
Okay.
With a ponytail.
Okay.
Wearing a tucked in shirt that has wolves howling at the moon on it. And I was like,
oh, fuck.
I was like, uh-oh. And he comes out, he's like, what's up, man? I'm rich. I was like, yeah, I talked to you on the phone. He's like, oh, nice place you got here. He starts going around. You know those little the seeds that fall from pine cones?
Yeah.
That like spin when they go down? There's one of those on the ground, and he's all, oh, looks like you left a roach out here. You like smoking weed? And I was like, oh. And he's all, you smoke a little weed? I was like, what are you talking about? He's all, the roach on the ground. I picked up, I was like, it's a pine cone seed. He's like, oh, okay. Like, at that point, I was like, I fucked up. Why did I listen to this? But coming full circle, everything he said is true so far.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I mean, I'm assuming it's more if he gave you the opportunity to be like, I will install this for free for you to test it out. That's
he did say when he was leaving, he's like, I know you kind of have your aversions. If you feel like you want to try that, because I talked you into this, I will come back. I will do it all for free.
Dope.
And I was like, I know. Every time like there's like you start like thinking like, I don't know, man. Them dogs are barking on your shirt, and then like you said something like that, you're like, okay, maybe he's not bad, you know.
I mean, I have to imagine it's the same thing with any type of business, right? Like if you get people that are like smaller people like that just do the installations, those types of things, that they're gonna have a lot more of that knowledge. They're gonna give a little bit shit more because they're gonna be like, this is my name on the line. This is my business. This is word of mouth. You know what I mean? Why the fuck?
Too, especially out here.
Especially out there when everybody is using things like that. Why would you go against what is true or lie about that and then give up things for free? I mean, now if he came out and looked like a goddamn crackhead, then be like, all right, okay, off the table. But you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I'll take it off your hands too, and I'll bring it back. You know, it's like
there's no copper in my wall, sir.
But I mean, realistically, I mean, if type of dude like that probably knows what's up, and I think that was a big thing with like the dish service way back in the day too, because that's when they were trying to sell you that the big fuckers out in the yard and stuff like that, and then people were getting it and they were like, I'm not seeing any different. You know what I mean? Now, of course, we weren't gaming like we were now back in the early 2000s when those things were hot shit. But like, I understand the concept. Like at a certain point, it's got to just be clarity of the sky. You know what I mean? Trees that are surrounding you and like how well.
And there are some trees that I'm going to like cut down. Just like I can tell they're kind of right there in like where it's looking. And it's not like there's really anything around them, so I'm just gonna fucking drop them and
it's
chop them
still
down.
A fucking cool technological thing that we were able to design. Just throw a bunch of satellites in the sky and then you just get internet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you living as far out as you
fucking
are.
Daddy Elon, Starlink and Cybertrucks, baby.
I mean, look. I'm not against some of the stuff. Cybertrucks is probably Cybertruck is not worth its money.
Now that I'm driving through Folsom a lot for like different things, like going out, I'm seeing a lot more Cybertrucks.
Dude, they're everywhere.
They're so ugly.
They're so bad. They're so bad. Look, here's the thing. The shittiest point about the Cybertruck is the price.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Because you could drive a shitty car. Who gives a fuck? I drove a Toyota Tercel for how many years? You know what I mean? Like,
don't you ever talk bad about that Tercel? Like that Tercel and that Jetta are fucking goated.
But when you look at them, you're like, they're not the you know, the Beamers or the Mercedes of the world. You know what I mean? They were just like, what it is.
Don't care.
You look at it, a Cybertruck, and you're like, that's a dumb looking fucking vehicle. That's a dumb looking vehicle. It's not. Oh, yeah. And then watching
the more I see them, the uglier they get.
The channel where the guy has his Cybertruck or whatever, he's got his like F250, his F like 150, 350 or whatever, and like a bunch of other trucks. And then they compared.
About Whistling Diesel?
And that might be him.
Where he pulled the bumper off the Cybertruck?
Yeah. Or he's like, I'm going to slam the door one time and then goes to open it and it just rips the inside panel apart. Or he's just like, I can remove the outside trim with my hand.
On the fucking,
you know what I mean? When you look at shit like that, or when they were trying to tow the Cybertruck off of the fucking thing and it like ripped the bumper or whatever, and then they went in like
the tow hitch from the frame,
but it's not even, but it wasn't even it's not even like a solid body. It's like someone put like plastic tabs,
welded aluminum.
Oh my god! And so when you look at shit like that, it's like it's not worth of what is it, $300,000 or some shit like that.
See, you guys are looking at it all wrong though.
No,
yeah,
dude, you're bitching about
buying a Cybertruck to do to truck shit. No, you're doing it to look like an asshole.
$300,000. You wouldn't pay someone.
No, $100,000.
Are they? Are
the most expensive one?
Oh, okay, 100,000.
The cheapest is like 75,000.
Even still, what's a $100,000?
No, yeah.
What's a $100,000 car?
Like a Jaguar, like a brand new Jaguar, like a G-Wagon, like 100 grand is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, no,
you should be getting top of the line everything for 100 grand.
The fact that
you're probably going to be driving around looking cool. You see? This is just like Tarkov. You guys like winning too much.
Why would you not? Why did you not pay for someone to help you move?
I don't know, because I'm an idiot. I think it was maybe white guilt. I don't know. They kept phrasing it like, why don't you just find a bunch of Mexicans to do it? Like every single person was like, go to Home Depot and find some Mexicans. Like, that's so racist. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal. Halfway through, I'm like, where's those fucking Mexicans? Like,
no, I mean, like I would hire a company, like a moving company, because at least there's insurance on that. So if something happened, at least they're covering like the damages and things like that, you know, like that's what I would be doing. And worst case scenario is what, from Reading to fucking Booniesville would probably be like a couple $100 to $300. You know what I mean? For like just the move.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I spent more than that in gas.
Well, okay, maybe like just the service, maybe not including the gas or whatever it comes out to. Because like in town services for moving within like Sacramento is like $100.
Okay, maybe I don't know. That's stupid. I don't even want to look. Because if I find out how cheap it is,
I gotta want to look. I just want to see, you know.
Let's just change the subject. Let's not talk about this because I'm getting mad. Man, Nickelback, right? Are they really that bad?
We were just talking about this the other night. You know, no, they're not bad. You know, they just put out an album in 2022. It was 5th on US alternative list, like Billboard list or whatever. It was 3rd on American US rock albums and stuff like that. Like they're still banging, they're still going.
Yeah, I think I was driving today and Nickelback came out. I can't remember what I put on. I just found something on Spotify and like the next thing was like a Nickelback song, Animals.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. And I was like listening to it and I'm like, man, why do they get so much shit? But then the next one up was like, I'm not paralyzed, but I'm like that shit. And I think it's the genre that they live in and reside in, and all the shitty artists around them that kind of like they're the most. It's like winning gold at the Special Olympics, you know?
Okay,
like everybody's like, okay, but he's still retarded. Like,
yeah, I think
they're not objectively bad. They're just everybody around them is so like cringy and like their own genre brings it down. Who?
Well, slow down. I think Nickelback's
3 Doors Down was the shit.
I think Nickelback's problem is they don't have their own sound. Every song, every album,
that whole genre. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but them specifically have never had their own sound. Like Three Doors Down has sounded like Three Doors Down. Like Puddle of Mud has sounded like Puddle of Mud. And like as much as the genre kind of blends together, Nickelback themselves has never sounded like Nickelback. They've just sounded like everybody else. Even when they're older stuff, when they were doing more like alternative stuff, or like the grunge era, like when they were coming up out of the grunge era and stuff, they just sounded like everybody else. So I think the problem with Nickelback is they don't have their own identity. Nickelback's identity is everyone else's identity, and then they produce music that is like subpar but is still kind of good in like a specific, like you listen to it and you're like, yeah, everybody knows probably every song off of fucking Silver Bullet, won't admit it, but they do. And then it's like, or not Silver Bullet or whatever, it's Silver Tear or whatever the fuck that album's called.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, Nickelback's fucking like the.
No, I know Photograph. I know.
No, that was the album. That was the album after it. Hold on.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I got to thinking, and I don't know why I felt like there's a part of me that was defending Nickelback to me.
Silver Side Up.
My hypothesis was, name a song on there.
Off of Silver Side Up?
Yeah.
That's where How You Remind Me comes from. What else is on?
That's the other thing. They sound so much like other ones. I couldn't even tell you.
See, that's what
How You Remind Me. I guess that is Nickelback. Yeah, now it makes sense. But like, if I just heard it, if I heard it, I'd probably know it's Nickelback.
Yeah,
but it sounds so much like every other one. Like, if it'd be on the radio and I would look and be like, oh shit, Nickelback sings that. Like that.
That's what I'm saying, because Nickelback has never had their own sound. Like, you may hate fucking like Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam is a perfect example. When I hear, I know exactly it's Eddie Vedder, right? Like Metallica. When I hear,
you do,
yeah, everyone does. No one hears Pearl Jam and goes, that's not Pearl Jam.
People hear the Doors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is that new Avril Lavigne song? You know what I mean? Like, it's not happening like that. It's like, it's very specific. And that's the thing. If you look at older music like Led Zeppelin, you know, Black Sabbath, hell, even like older rap artists, when you hear rap artists, you know who they are. They've got style and flow in specific ways. Like, you can hear old Wayne stuff and know it's old Wayne. I mean, because it's just not just his voice, but
because
just
of the lighter that precludes every song.
Yes, sir.
But then you say 20 years old?
3 years. We've got 3 years to go. It came out 2008.
That is
3 years ago, and the Carter 3 is 20 years old. Bro, that's a fucking slap in the face.
Man, I just want you to think for a second.
Oh my god.
No, this isn't going where you think it's going.
Oh no. All right, hit me.
20 years old. That means that the generation that was conceived to that album is going to be 20 years old. And that's what scares me the most. That's the next round of voters. That's the next working force. That's the next generation, is those who were conceived during the Carter 3.
Oh my god. Actually, that's not too bad.
No.
If I had to say my parents dedicated a song to me, it was Lollipop.
Fucking
Mrs. Officer, fucking Dr. Carter, man, that album is.
I still do that. You see like a cute like girl cop come in, like with some like prisoner in the ER. It's not the same anymore.
It's not. It's a different time period, man. But that's also a scary thing to think about. Is like 20. Think about. I keep in my brain. I go 20 years, and I'm like, and I keep going like, no, that album came after when I was out of high school, and then it's like, yeah, it did, and then it's like, okay, well, at 20 years, that's my age, right? And it's like, oh shit, because my brain keeps going 20 years ago, and I think like, well, when I was like, what, 10, you know? And it's like, no, dude, when you were well about to be 20 years old. We're cresting a 40 mark right now, man.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's getting real close, real fast.
That's a fucking weird thing to think about too. You know what I mean? I think about like my dad when I was a kid, and like him being like turning 40 and stuff like that, and being like, ah, man, he's an old dude or whatever. and I'm that old dude now. You know what I mean? Like that's a weird thing. And I get everybody's like, well, 40's not that fucking old. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 40's really not that old.
But it is.
But it is. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing by any means. I'm very excited to hit that 40 mark. I'm excited to be, because like 40 is almost like a cool age for guys. I would say for men, like 30. Okay, think about it. When you hit 30, it's not, you're no longer in your 20s, right? It's that type of idea. If you say you're 50, it's like, oh, you're kind of an old man. 40 is like the cool, like, fucking salt and pepper, like,
who the fuck do you think you are, Ryan Reynolds? He's the only guy that like looks like there's like a handful. It's like, man, that's what 40 looks like. Everybody else, you're like, oh yeah, you're 40.
I had no conversation happening right now about looks. I am a goddamn troll.
You just said the cool salt and pepper.
I'm saying that time period for you as a man is really fucking interesting because you're no longer like that 30 mark out of being a kid. 40 is like the time period where it's like, this is adulthood. You know what I mean? Like you have
40 is like when people start saying like, oh, you look good for 40. Like that's like when that starts being applicable.
I will take
if you look good.
Yeah.
If you look good.
I mean,
everything else is like, that's all you got. Like every time you talk to somebody, like, how old are you? 40. And if they say it, cool, you're winning. If not, that's just how life is from here on out.
There's still a thing. The millennial generation themselves look younger than they actually are. Like, think of...
Yeah, it's because we're still fucking, like, wearing, like, new eras.
It's all...
you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly right. Take the hat off. We're all bald.
It's like, I'm already going through that fucking, like, that stage where it's like, do I need to be, like, dressing, like, more mature for my age or something like that? It doesn't really count for me because I only wear scrubs because I only work ever. But, like, when I go out, like, sometimes I'm like... You know, you look at like a pair of like Tuesday shoes. You're like, man, can't wear those anymore. But to dust them off one last time would be nice.
No, because then we're the old dude at the bar that we all used to look at and be like, oh, what the fuck are you doing here, dude?
Gary? You mean Gary?
Yeah.
Would life be so bad if I ended up as sick as Gary? How low can you go? How low? Just drenched in sweat, drunk off my ass, fucking trying to get some.
Yes, it would be that bad because we all like.
Well,
it would be that bad because we looked at.
Okay, he died homeless, whatever.
Yeah, and we all looked at Gary being like,
nah, Gary's the man.
He's the man, but we were all like, I don't want to be him when we get older. We all said that. We all were looked at him and been like, Gary's fucking dope. Just could you imagine being Henry?
Every day I'm getting closer, my dude. It just started with the hair.
Oh man, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we can crest that 40-year-old mark and not look like some of the 40-year-olds when we were kids. You know what I mean? Think about it. Al Bundy on Married with Children was considered poor and fat, right? Living in a fucking 5-story house or whatever. That was like his character, was poor and fat. But in the show, he was like something like 31 or 32 or something shit like that. Like, but we look light years better.
The hairstyle.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just like in general, you're living in a house that's basically the fucking house from that show. You know what I mean? You have wood panel walls up.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Man, a taxidermied bear head would look good. Right.
He's so dope right on the side. But like, oh God. One of those like taxidermy gone wrong ones where it's like all
those like fucking the jackalopes. Yeah. It's just a rabbit that somebody ran over and glued horns to.
Oh my God, yes. That'd be fucking amazing. And have his teeth,
or like a big like coyote where it's like the whole animal but the fucked up eyes.
Yeah, the body,
like the nose is too skinny.
Yeah, the body looks good, but then it gets the like cartoon face, like it's like oh man.
So Brad moved to Alabama.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you might as well be. Like, it's just you don't have the humidity. I mean, you're a hop, skip, and a jump away from fucking Georgetown.
but I'm also a hop, skip, and a jump away from you, baby boy.
I know. I'm excited. So I was thinking too. Now, I've got tomorrow. I'm going to be fucking locked down for a while because my big turn is tomorrow and everything. But so when this goes live, I will have either successfully got through the weekend, or I would have Kurt Cobain in some young David's children's apartment, and really give them something to have to like need a safe space over.
No, you're not going to do that. You know why?
Why?
And I'm so glad you said that, because at the time that this goes live, it is the day of the Netflix live special of Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi.
What is that?
They're having a hot dog eat off. It's a live event that it just popped up on Netflix. I was like, that'd be funny to talk about. It's literally okay. So Netflix has been like trying like their live events. They did like the roast of Tom Brady.
I did see that. Yep.
Joe Rogan special.
Yep.
Their first sporting event is Joey Chestnut, infamous USA world champion of eating hot dogs, versus Japan's Kobayashi, the original like ultimate stomach. And they're going in a head-to-head, I guess, eating hot dogs. I don't know. It just keeps popping up, and I just keep laughing. And I keep meaning to put, like, in the group chat, like, hey, anybody watching this? Are you not pumped?
What is happening to Netflix, man?
I don't know, but I'm going to cook up some fucking dogs and try to participate with them.
Oh, my God.
Monday at 2 o'clock is when it's live.
Okay.
Just watching them. God, I hope I'm hungover. Just watching like the sweat from just eating too much, and then they're like disgusting. Like they just dunk everything in water, just shove, and then hold there.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it.
It's watching the neck muscles work down the dog, but then it's watching the neck muscles also go in reverse sometimes because they're like, it's like coming back up. Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I want to be a fly on the wall of the executive office at Netflix and just see what's going on. Some of this stuff that Netflix is trash. I haven't watched Netflix in forever. There's like maybe 1 or 2 shows on Netflix that I'm like, I'll dabble, you know. But it's like all fucking how she killed her husband and got away with it, you know.
You got the wrong algorithm then. Let me tell you,
I'm on Hulu.
My algorithm is Love Island, Love is Blind. Too Hot to Handle, just shit reality TV. Oh. It's so bad. Oh. But I love watching these fucking God, we could have been so fucking famous at like this like the thing when we were young. It's just people being drunk and horny running around. Girls are crying, guys are just like, it's so it. Like I fucking live for it.
Oh man. I think the only reality TV show I ever got into was Big Brother. And maybe first season of Jersey Shore.
Oh God, Jersey Shore, take me back!
Yeah,
what a fucking time.
That was a whole event, man.
If you could just fucking like neuralize me, you know, like just hit me with like Men in Black, and you're like, okay, you don't know anything. Like right before, you're not gonna know anything. What's one moment you want to relive? It's like, God, fucking hit me and let me watch Snooki get punched in the face for the first time all over again. I just remember like, oh yes, like fucking
God, man. That fucking show. I remember the first season. I remember sitting down because everybody's like, Jersey Shore's out. It's fucking hysterical. You got to watch it. I was like, all right. Sat down and watched. I was like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes behind. I watched 3 or 4 episodes and I was hooked. I was hooked because I was like, there's no way.
This is so fucking dumb.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But that's a problem with reality TV. It's supposed to be fucking dumb. They're just like when they get their cast, it's like who are the dumbest fucking people? And it's like someone like fork in an outlet licking glue. They're like, get that guy on the show.
Yeah, fucking content. the interviews. He's like fucking like he's super fucking jacked. He's like, so then they made me do fucking basic math. And they told me 1 + 1 isn't 3. And as a producer, just like, yes, yes. And America's like, he's so fucking dumb. I love it. Like, I live for that shit. I'm guilty.
I can't do it, man. I can't do.
The stupider, the better.
I can't do it. I watched like the British
because I work with too many nurses now, though.
Maybe. Oh, you're just that's kind of always been you, at a bar around a bunch of women.
Yeah, I'm such a little slut.
Yeah. The only reason you have guns is to stay manly.
Oh man, it's been such a culture shock out here. We went to like a diner, and I say this. I don't know how to word it correctly, but I was so gay for how attracted I was to the masculine side of this woman. Like, it wasn't like she was like a good-looking woman. It's that I knew
she was a good-looking man,
manlier than me. I'm in the diner and you just hear, tss, tss, and I look at the feet first. And she's got like for real spurs on, and she's got like the cowboy boots that like you can't like like that's a real like ranch hand, like the dirt stains and everything, and how it meets like the jeans. It's like, oh, that's fucking for real.
Yeah,
and like just like the taut like zero fat like sinewy muscle and stuff like that. Like I didn't even
throwing
look at her
hay
like a girl.
bales.
I was like, I would suck that girl's dick. Like she was so much manlier. Like I felt like the city girl in like the Hallmark movie that's like, oh, that's a man. Like, but it was a girl. I just was like, man, she is much manlier than I am. That is impressive. But like I kind of see it like everywhere I go here, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and out in Folsom, it's like, what do you mean? Like I bucked hay bales. I cut down trees. Like it's not a big deal. But you come out here like the people that really about that life. You're like, I'm not shit.
Yeah. You work one season at a rodeo in Folsom. You're not anything big, you know.
Those still have the tags on your boots. Sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna return them if I don't get them too dirty.
Yeah, I could not be back out in the country. I mean, I definitely could. I think about it. Like
every time I drive past Springer Road.
Yeah.
I just flashbacks of nights I don't remember, you know?
Oh yeah. I was having a conversation. Do you remember the night that Kyle Clark crashed his car and then walked to the party?
No.
Yeah. Remember he had that Subaru. And I guess he left work and he was late getting to the party because I told him, I was like, pick up a few bottles of whatever, get out to the party. Like we have been here. And he's like, I'm coming. I'm late because they kept me late. Still, he was working at Office Max or whatever. I was like, get out here. Fucking like an hour and a half later, like almost 2 hours later, he's like walking up the driveway to the house. And I'm like, what are you doing? Where'd you like just park up here? Like I saved you a spot. He's like, I crashed my car. What do you mean you crashed your car? And he's like, I just lost control of it getting out here and I put it around a tree. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, you okay? And he's like, well, I crashed my car. And I'm like, okay, that's shock. Here's a drink. Go sit down. Like, we'll watch for blood. Are you passing out in the next hour, I guess? So in the morning,
in hindsight, maybe not giving him an alcoholic beverage when somebody's probably looking for the owner of the crashed vehicle is a good idea.
In hindsight, he also showed up very late, and I wasn't really the most coherent person to probably be having a conversation with him at that point in time.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Have a Trevor.
Yeah. Take 2 of these. We got Montel Jordan playing inside. Have fun. We went to go see the car in the morning, and it was fucked up. Like he had hit that tree fucking hard and wrapped the side of it. And we got out there, and I guess the cops were out there because, you know, they're trying to get the car wrapped around. And we were like, oh, hey, this is our car. You know, we're here. And the cop was like, dude, we swung by this last night. And because like the windows were busted and everything, it's like we couldn't find anyone. It's like we spent like 25 minutes like out in the woods looking for a body, thinking someone got ejected from the...
Yeah.
And I was like, and then like Kyle's like, no, it's my car. I just walked out. And they're like, you walked out of that? And then like a year and a half later, he went to the military and joined the Marines. Yeah. God,
what a perfect guy for the Marines, though.
Yeah.
God, I just remember like we'd be like having a conversation. He'd walk up, Trevor punched me in the face. It just like it was not even like nothing even weird. Just turn, poof, spit blood, thanks, and just walk away. And just like conversation keep going. By the third time, even I wasn't questioning it.
Yeah, it'd be the weirdest thing. Like just like whatever. It'd be just like stumble up, punch me. Oh, Kyle, go away. Punch me in the face. No, Kyle, I'm not doing it. Punch me in the face. You're such a pussy. I'm gonna hit you, Kyle, and you're not gonna like it. Just hit me. Whap. All right, thank you. Just leave.
Yeah.
Like,
and not even like a light punch either. Like a fucking punch. Like one that says you don't want me to do this again, and he would still come back and do it.
Yeah. At the end of
ironically, he might have been the inspiration for that scene in Ted where he's all, you know, like an underground. This guy hits you up. Sounds a little gay.
Whoa.
Oh, they do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, you're here. You're here.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Ooh, ladies and gents, you're going to have to get used to that.
Yeah, that's going to happen a lot.
We could do more in live ones.
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about that too. So I have a couple ideas that I was thinking. And I don't know how you want to address this because, again, it will have to coincide with your driving. You know what I mean? But I have no problem setting up this area for an in-person live podcast once a week if we wanted to do that. I know that once you get to your traveling job and stuff like that, obviously we're going to get back to this. But for the time being, while you have it, we could make this work. A lot of it will just have to definitely be something that we maybe work out time-wise. And like, obviously, if I don't know if Janica wants to come down or if she wants to stay there or whatever it comes out to, or if she's working, excuse me. That's a hot dog coming up.
Kobayashi.
But if she's at her job or something and there's a time period where we can do this like after work or something, and then you can get back home so that, you know, she's not out in the middle of the fucking woods by herself, you know, something we could set up. I would be totally down for the next like couple months of just doing that.
Yeah, we'll see. We got options.
We have options. We're not terribly far from one another anymore, which is also dangerous. Incredibly dangerous.
Still far enough.
Enough.
Just enough.
Just enough.
If I was within 20 minutes, ooh, that'd be bad for both of us.
Man, if you were within 20 minutes...
If Uber could take me to your place, it would be a real bad idea.
Oh my God.
There was an Uber. That I think that's the defining thing. There's not an Uber that will take me from my place to you.
Well, I'll tell you what. The minute you get a spare bed at that house, I won't need an Uber. Will it be the Folsom house? You still got the plate carrier? We reenact the kick?
I've got 3 of them. I don't think I can take that kick anymore. I'm too old for that shit. It comes up in my memories every year, and I'm just like, thank God.
I
just kicked me out of my flip flops.
I'd slowed it down because I found it and I cut it and I put it up so you can have it, and I slowed it frame by frame. And there's a point where when I hit you, your body goes back, but your head is like way forward.
It's like Scooby Doo.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God.
Well, it's funny because like the orientation of my feet, like I go completely flat and start flying backwards, but you see my feet doing this.
Yeah, the whole way back.
Looks like I'm trying to do the backstroke.
Yeah, you just
in the air,
fucking grabbing for anything on the way down, just whacking your arms.
The bruises on the back of my arms from trying to brace myself against the walls, and then the next like 3 to 4 weeks of like every time I'd laugh, like, ooh, like it just hurt.
Oh man, that was almost 20 years ago. No, I think that was
like
10, 15 max.
Let's see. Yeah, because we did that because the Cubs just eliminated the Giants from the playoffs, so they weren't going to another World Series.
And we had just left the bar and got back to your house.
and we were excited, and you're like, "Let me kick you," and I was like, "Yeah, fuck the Giants." For some reason, like my head equated to like, well, the Giants didn't win, so this is a good idea.
No, you walked in the house. You walked in the house and beelined it straight for the plate carrier and put it on. And I was like, I should kick you in that.
That's just kind of like just standard for me.
Yeah,
though.
I know. But I was like, I should kick you in that. You're like, you should kick
think
me.
I'm not walking around this place with a plate carrier with my gun on, like, yeah.
Ah! So have
All
you,
right, boys and girls,
have you been able to game at all? Today was the first day you set anything up.
This is the first time I've done anything.
Cool.
So when we're done with this, I'm just getting back to putting the shit that's on the floor in there away, and then should probably just put more shit away, going to bed, waking up, doing the same shit until I'm getting really close to done.
Yeah.
But it's also at that point where like I need to start like breaking down boxes because everywhere I step, I'm just kicking shit.
Yeah.
But this in the next like week, I will be trying to just kind of like torture test and see how everything feels. Because
Good.
I only have about another week before I decide if I am sending that back and getting refunded.
What's the
if I'm switching.
What's the difference in price?
300 from what's on now, 2,300 right there.
Oh,
so that's $2,000.
Oh,
yeah, very big difference.
If it was a sizable difference, okay, spend the money. If the guy's like, you're gonna see like barely anything at all.
If I could get like a guarantee, like you will not drop below 250, I would do it because I've already kind of like said like, well, if you're gonna do it, invest in it so it's like buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna be basically the same shit,
the only thing that I would see overall is what that priority would be, right? Because like,
I can do that with what I have there too.
So if you can pay for that with the same thing, absolutely send that fucking thing back. Because that's all it really comes down to is not getting lag, right? And not having the drop because everybody is streaming fucking the next season of Retarded Love. What's it called? What's that one called?
Love Island?
No.
Love on the Spectrum?
Love on the Spectrum. That's the one.
Dude, so fucking good. So fucking good. Tyler is my fucking dog. Dude, I'll get drunk and watch that. Janet will come home. I'm just crying. I hope he finds love. But like the girl didn't like fucking dinosaurs as much as he did. Like he just knew in his heart like it wasn't gonna work because of that.
Dude, it's the best way to go about
fucking it. You're a real one, Tyler.
The card system's the best.
I love the comedian. He's all, man, I was watching that. He looked at this bitch square in the eye and said, "Do you like Batman?" And called it based off that. You know how down you gotta be to know if this bitch don't love Batman as much as you do, she's not the one for you. Right there, calls it quits. It's just no questions needed. Get the fuck out.
Goddamn. Oh, all right. Let's wrap this up. This will be a short one this week. Maybe we'll start doing in-person ones. If we are going to do in-person ones, I've got some mics I'm going to buy for us. Some nice mics. And I'm going to clean this area up and get rid of all the cum stains.
Just to make more.
Mm-hmm. Attaboy. All right, guys. We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.